Yo, 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 top of the top. This is Fula here with some Guerilla boxing talk. Last show we're gonna leave off on what we were talking about on last show. And I got my co-host here, Rail Talk. So we're just gonna talk a little bit boxing and then get on with it. But yeah, first and foremost, I'm gonna just get right into it. What do you think about this three-fight deal that Canelo have with PBC, and who do you think he gonna fight?
I honestly, I kind of see him fighting either. I thought about this the other day, and I was like, I feel like I had a mixed opinion on this because I was like, I feel like it's somewhere in there. It's a chance of him fighting Benavidez, and then it's a chance of him fighting. I thought Earl Spence, but then I was like, I don't know how that'll work if Earl's playing. Like first, if the plan is to have a rematch, you know what I mean. If he loses to Crawford, whatever, you know what I mean. They have potentially three fights lined up, so I don't know how that will work with him going to 154, and then I know they said if they were to fight him and Canelo, it would be at a catch weight of like 164, I think. So I don't know how like if that'd be smart for him to jump up that quick. So that's when I was like, no, I don't think that fight would happen in that three fight deal. So then I'll start thinking like he could possibly fight Bivol again, but I feel like if he wanted to fight him, that fight would have happened already.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, unfortunately, he was playing semantics because, like, the thing is that Bivol already expressed that, hey, I beat him at 175. That's not a challenge anymore. I want him at 168 now.
Yeah, for
Okay.
his belt.
Yeah. And so Eddie Hearn, reluctant or something like that, but also Team Canelo was reluctant to fighting him at 168 because in my opinion, what I believe, this is what I personally believe. I believe that if he fought him at 175 again, then the excuse would be, oh, well, the weight was a problem. That
Yeah,
that that would be the excuse again. But if, Bivol happened to be successful at 168, then there wouldn't be no excuses at all, you
nope,
know?
at all. I came to you. I beat you. You tried to come to my way and fight me. I beat you. Then I came to yours and beat you. I'm just a better fighter at that
Right,
point.
right. And so for me, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think for I think that honestly, what I think is what I really think uh is that what will happen, I think, is that in my personal opinion, I think that Charlo will be in that fight deal because I'm going to be honest, Charlo has not fought in like 2 years' time. Um, so that may be easy pickings for Canelo.
Yeah.
Another thing too is I found that I I found that like I mean I hate to say it, but David Benavidez is following down the path of wanting to cash out as well
Yep.
because the simple fact that he David Morrell is available, you know, but he's holding his breath for Canelo. And I wouldn't be surprised if he waits for that, waits for the Canelo fight or whatever the case may be. And so uh then I don't know how that's going to work, provided that Earl Spence is going to be successful. I think that would be the third fight for him. But again, this leaves two guys out of the equation. And those two guys are David Morrell and Demetrius Andrade, who
Yeah.
will probably have to fight each other.
That'd be a good fight.
Yup. And now, what do you make of like David Benavidez? Because like the thing is, and this kind of has some inconsistencies, but what do you make of David Benavidez? Father saying, "Hey, we got the fight lined up. We agreed to fight David Morrell." Then he turns around and changes his tune, saying that we rather go for Jaime Munguia or Dimitri Bivol. What do you make of these kind of like switches?
I think I don't think they want that challenge. I think they know David Guerrilla. That's a tough fucking matchup for anybody. Like that's a tough outing for anybody. So I don't think that's somebody they necessarily jumping the gun to go face if they don't have to. Like if we could go get somebody else who looked vulnerable in this last fight because Jaime Munguia didn't look good at all. So if we could go get him and then wait, possibly be in line for Canelo, shit, why not go that route and not take the risk of possibly losing to Morrell?
Now, Morrell, he only has 9 fights in. You know what I mean? Like he only has 9 fights in. So do you think that they are still kind of like afraid of that challenge? Do it that he has only 9 fights in?
I think
And
they are afraid of that challenge, and that's it. That gives them a reason to like not want to fight him, and then not look as bad, being that he only has 9 fights. So it's like, what shit he doing? We got 9 fights. He ain't really proven nothing. So why give him a shot? We didn't get a shot 9 fights in like this. You know what I mean? So it's it. You know what I mean? It's you could say that. You know what I mean? So it's like it. I don't think necessarily they got to be scared to fight because you know how they say boxers aren't scared. They fight for a living. So I don't think he necessarily scared. It's just that risk. It's just that risk of damn he. What would it look like if I done did all of this? You know what I mean? Did all of this in my career to get a fight with Canelo just to lose it by fighting somebody with not even 10 fights. And it's a real chance though. It's not like that. You know what I mean? That's just like everybody has a chance in the fight. But no, this is a real legit problem in David Morrell. Like he could actually come in there and beat you, not just beat you, but beat you clear. I think you might be
nah,
breaking up.
nah, nah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
see,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I don't think that's something that they're just eager to do.
No, no, I definitely agree. Now, with that being said, uh, you know, it leaves, I guess you can say, only a few options, and I don't think like even Caleb Plant wants to take that option.
No,
Um,
I don't
now
think he does.
the thing is like I'm going to be honest. In my personal opinion, David Benavidez just looked all right against Caleb Plant. You know,
Yeah, he did.
he didn't look overly impressive against him. He just looked like cool. You know what I mean? And so I mean, I think in another elephant that I don't want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about in the room is that at one time David Benavidez alluded to that he can knock out Baturbiev and he can also knock out Bivol. And so I don't know if that energy is still there because at one time I believe that David Benavidez had the chance to fight Baturbiev, but he didn't exercise that. I think it's when he got stripped. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he damn sure don't want to fight Better BF no more. I can almost guarantee that.
Right,
Like that shit is dead. Like he
right,
didn't even look that like you said he couldn't get Caleb Plant out of there and he had him hurt at times. So it's like
right. I think you broke up. I think
Let's
yeah,
just be realistic.
yeah, definitely. Um Now the thing is, and this is the question I have. Um in my opinion, this thing is kind of like a cash out for Canelo because I look at the fights that he last had, he did not look impressive against Triple G. He did not look impressive against John Ryder. So I think, in my opinion, this is his last hurrah.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I
This is my
definitely agree.
opinion.
When I seen he couldn't get Ryder out of there, I said, "Oh yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah,
He's about
it's
to go on the money grab."
right, right. Now, unfortunately, this leaves Bivol in a rock and a hard place because now I have a feeling that Bivol will get criticized because now this leaves not that many opponents for Bivol. The only guys he can really fight, I don't know if they're available to fight, but he has Joshua Buatsi. That's one
Yeah.
guy.
Hmm.
That's a potential. And then he has what's his name? What's that guy's name? Ooh,
He's in light heavyweight.
yeah, he's at light heavyweight. Dan Aziz. He has a so like unfortunately what this leaves Bivol in is it leaves him to basically I want to say it leaves him to the UK bash
Yeah,
because the problem is with Viterviev is he's already busy with Callum Smith. That's the whole problem.
yeah. He got a date.
Yeah.
He got a
So
dancing partner already.
so what do you think Bivol should do in this situation?
Uh, he could do one or two things. He could just stay active, fight somebody who got a respectable name, somebody who gonna give him a decent challenge. You know what I mean? Somebody who not gonna be just a walkover. He could do that. He could look for the best opponent available at 175, or he could still look for opponents at 168. But I think he only wants to fight for belts at 168. I think that was the whole thing with him. He wanted to fight for the belts at 168.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants to fight for belts. Like that was his only reason why going down to 168 would be to fight for belts, you know.
Yeah, so I would. Shit, it's tough because it's really not too many people at 175. Like, you know what I mean, that to make real good fights with. So shit, he might be on the back burner right now. He might just have to wait it out. But like I said, just take somebody.
Right.
Try to get somebody to come up. I don't know. Try to get one of like Manguia or somebody to. But Manguia's at what, 60?
I think Mungia is at 160 right now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, see,
Yeah,
yeah, that's two
Mungia is
weight
at
classes.
160. Um Now I guess another thing. Now let's move on to this fight card coming up today. In my opinion, I think, and maybe I'm writing him off, but I think Carlos Adames is going to baptize J Rock. That's just my opinion. I just think that, like, that guy is just way too much. I think J Rock, in his last outings, it just didn't look the same. And I just think that this guy is Adames is just like a real tough fight, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I seen how Adamas was slapping on what is it? I can't, the same one Charlo fought. I can't say his
Yeah,
name.
Montiel.
My goodness, he was just ripping. I'm like, damn,
Right.
he aggressive. He almost
Right.
reminds me of like a more put together. Um, what's my guy at 140? Sabril Matias.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
yeah,
he's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like that. He's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. I can see that. I can see this comparison. I
I
can see the
definitely
comparison.
like that. Like he got that type of firepower. Like. When I seen him, I was like, oh yeah, damn, J Rock might be in for some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, he may be in for some trouble in that fight, because even when we look at the fight with Jason Rosario, Jason Rosario is not the most athletically inclined guy, and he was able to get him out of there. But even you know with this guy, he's more athletic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. um Now, what do you think of Erickson Lubin and the Lewis the Kubus fight? uh do you think that in his last outing, when he fought Sebastian Fundora, do you think that fight left will leave an effect on him? Because that was a brutal fight.
Yeah,
That was a very
that
brutal
was
fight. That
it.
was very
It,
brutal.
it was brutal. I do think it's gonna have some type of effect, but not with this opponent. I honestly think he might come in there and wash Aries.
Oh,
I,
you think he may wash him?
I think so. Just because I feel like even in the fight with Sebastian, he fought. It
Yeah,
wasn't
he
like he
did.
just
Yeah, he did.
yeah he fought, and I feel like he could have finished the fight honestly, but his trainer looked out for him, did what a good trainer should do. But I don't think Cuba got enough for him to keep him on.
Right,
I just think it's one of those things where it's like it's just levels, and he ain't on his level.
right, right. Yeah. No, definitely. Um, Now, are they fighting at 154 or 160?
I, that's a damn good question. I think 54 though, because Lubin fought at 54 last, so I think he fighting at 154.
All right, let me check. Let me double check. Now, now, the question becomes, though, this becomes another question too. Um, Let me see. The other question becomes, uh, there is one 160. There is one 160, and that is, I want to say, let me see. They may be fighting at. I think they may be fighting at a catch weight. I'm not quite sure.
Think so?
Yeah. Like I think they might be fighting at a catch weight. Um, let me check. Let me check real quick and see if they're fighting. Yeah, yeah, they're fighting at a catch weight, 157.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fighting at catch weight. Now, now,
You said it was 157. They kept
yeah,
fighting at 157.
yeah, 157. That's what weight they're fighting at, is 157. Now, in terms of the middleweight division, um, I mean, do you feel that Triple G will fight again? And what do you think he's doing? Because he dropped his belts. So what do you think he's like? What do you think his plans are? Because you have the other one, the other middleweight. You have Zanabek, and he's just kind of waiting in the wind. He's just kind of waiting his shot, pretty much. He wants to collect all the belts.
I think that's what he's doing because they're from the same country, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, they're from the same country. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he he's finna retire. I think he's on his way to retirement. He
right,
might take one more fight just to I wouldn't be surprised if he take a fight in his hometown or in his home country,
right,
and
right,
then
right,
just hang it up
right,
because he
right.
looked
Nah,
bad. He's looked bad his last couple fights.
yeah, he has. He definitely has looked bad. You know, he definitely has looked bad. Um, I think that, yeah, man. I think that. you know, we don't know yet, but I think that like Janibek is probably like I would say right now he's probably the best middleweight, but we just have to like know for sure. Though, we have to see him. We have to see him in there with like a live dog, and I'm trying to think that like at this point, uh, I don't know what Charlo is going to do because he still holds the middleweight belt. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to drop that belt or for the Canelo fight or what his plans is. You know.
Yeah, I could
Now,
see.
some
Oh, go ahead.
other news that came out, and I don't know why he would even entertain this fight when there's other fights to entertain. But some other news that came out is that Anthony Joshua sent Dillian White a contract. What do you think of this?
Wasn't he supposed to be trying to fight Fury?
I mean, there should have been. There's way more options. There's freaking what options? There's the Deontay Wilder
For Josh,
option,
yeah, I get what you're saying because he could have took that route, and that's
right?
a way better damn fight than him because he already beat Dylan White.
Yeah, he already beat him.
Shit, didn't he knock him out? I'm
Yeah,
outside 1 second. I'm trying to get back to my car.
no, he
Oh
did.
yeah, he shouldn't. Yeah, hell no,
No,
he
he
should be trying.
knocked him out.
I'd rather see him and Ruiz again.
No, he knocked him out. He knocked out Dillian White.
Yeah, that's bullshit. He could go running back with Andy Ruiz again if that's the case.
Yeah,
Didn't they fight twice and split? Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
fought
could they could
twice and they split.
yeah
Yes, that is correct.
they could run that back. Third time, settle that. Like, come on, you ain't got to do it with Dylan White. But then again, Dylan White just got knocked out,
Yeah,
didn't
Dillian
he?
White. I think Dillian White did get knocked out by
By
Fury.
Fury. That was his last.
If
Yeah,
I'm not
hell
mistaken,
no. Come on now.
he did get knocked out by Fury.
Has has Dylan White and Deontay Wilder ever fought?
Nah, they never fought. That fight never happened.
That should
Yeah, that fight for some reason I don't know why, but that fight never happened.
that should happen. Yeah, see, it's way more options. I'm now thinking about it. Yeah, Joshua, that's some bullshit.
Right,
He damn sure could have fought. I I really would have liked to see him versus Andy Ruiz over Dylan White.
right,
Unless Dylan White was on some damn 3-fight win streak type shit, I don't need to see that again.
right, right. Yeah, me neither. Like nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry, but nobody wants to see.
Only thing though, and this is not to Anthony Joshua in a sense. Only reason this fight might be a little bit intriguing is because Anthony Joshua low key been looking like trash too. So it's like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
maybe Dylan White to get a chance to get his get back.
Right,
But
right, right,
as far as it being a competitive, you know what I mean, a nice match on paper, I'm not interested in that shit.
right, right. Nah, nah, definitely. Now, another fight happening. And I'm not really looking forward to this fight, but amazingly, and this was a crazy thing to me. This was beyond bizarre, but amazingly, um, Edgar Berlanga was actually going to be considered a Canelo opponent. Um,
That was
he's
bullshit.
fighting tonight. He's fighting Quigley. Who do you think wins that fight? Because we know Edgar Berlanga has a history of biting people and the like thereof. So who do you think wins that fight? And I beg to say that maybe Jason Quigley may be the better boxer than
I ain't gonna
Berlanga.
lie. I think I think Quigley might fuck up Berlango plans.
Yeah, me too.
I think
Me
he might
too.
fuck up his plans. It's something about Cause where's Quigley from? He's from Ireland, right? Is he
Yeah,
Irish?
he's from Ireland.
It's
Yeah,
something
he's
about
Ireland.
them when they be smiling when a motherfucker hella mad that
Yeah,
just tells me like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he don't give a damn about what you got going on. Like
right.
he's hella confident in himself. And is this Quigley's first or like has he always been 160? Or what is he,
I think
160 or
no
168?
no I think he's already I think he's always been at 160.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's always been
Are
at
they fighting at
160.
160 or 168?
I think at 160. Yeah, they're fighting at 160.
I think
Or
they I think they fighting at 168.
let
I
me check.
believe.
Let me check real quick.
Cause and I say that because I feel like I seen Quigley in the interview leading up to this fight saying he
Yeah.
feels like a beast at 168. And then
Oh,
if I'm
okay.
not mistaken, Boo Boo first fight at 168 was against Quigley.
Nah, it was at 160 with Quigley.
It was at
That was at,
160.
yeah, that was at
Okay,
160.
okay.
At one at hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I think
Let
you're
me
right. I think you're right because Boo Boo just recently moved up to 168,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Um let me see.
and that does make sense. Maybe they are fighting at 168 because
Yeah.
he said it like as if he feels better at this weight.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are fighting at super middle.
Because I feel like Berlanga is 168.
Uh yeah, me too. Let me see.
Yeah, I feel like he's 168. He too damn. He way too damn big to be 160.
Yeah, let me check. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it's at super middleweight. It's gonna be at
Okay,
super middleweight. Yeah, it's gonna be at super middleweight.
makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be at super middleweight for sure. Yep.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Quigley, it's gonna be interesting.
This may pan out to be Tiafimo versus George Cambosis all over again.
I could see that. I could see that. I could
Um,
definitely see that.
uh, and and now you have Tiafimo talking about he's retiring. I think it's cap. Do you think that he's just doing this because he's like, oh, let me try to get the biggest payday as possible? Do you think that's what's going on?
I think he wants some attention. I think that
Yeah, maybe
for
that's
hearing with his for his child coming up, so I think he just really want to
yeah,
take some time off. You know what I mean? And then like you said, he don't like the way that like he be getting treated in the sport, as far as
yeah,
feeling like he has to do certain things, he has to fight certain. You know what I'm saying? When he doesn't necessarily want to fight type shit. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
the mental side of it becomes a big thing.
yeah, I think that dude just wants more money. Like that's just my opinion. I think that like at the end of the day, that he just feels like he's entitled to more money. And I think that's what it is. I think that like it's just like he wants to cash out. I
Yeah.
think that's the big thing, you know.
Yep. Like
Um
you said, he wants to pay that. He wants to cash out big.
Now another thing now, because Devin Haney, we don't know what he's gonna do. We don't know what he has in mind. But seeing that Regis Prograis in this last fight, and you had Earl Spence say this too. Earl Spence alluded to the fact and said that, hey, uh, uh, that Regis Prograis is past his prime. That's what Earl Spence said. Um, do you think that Devin Haney goes up to 160 or 140 and he possibly washes Regis Prograis?
I could see that for sure. I definitely could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Do you think he will need like a tune-up fight or like a introductory fight into the weight class?
that I would go that route, but with him being undisputed, he don't necessarily have to. He could step right in line.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
definitely, I would probably go. Test the waters a little
Right.
bit.
Right. Right. Um. Now at that 140, and I'm just gonna be honest, nobody's mentioning his name. Uh, the guy that we were just talking about, Matia.
Sabril, yeah, that's the reason
No,
nobody's
no, yeah,
mentioning his name.
yeah, we know he deleted someone. He
Yeah,
deleted someone in the ring. You know,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We know what he's about. Yeah, he deleted someone in the ring. So at this point, you don't even hear Regis talk about him.
Hell no, you don't
Um,
hear his name uttered.
yeah, you don't hear him being mentioned. And now that begs the point though, this now uh has the point that are other 140s going, because honestly, I'm not going to say it's the easiest path to the belt or anything like that. I'm not going to mess around and say something like that. But at the end of the day, uh we can say that, hey, one of the brother in the chat said Regis does talk about Sabriel. I wasn't aware of that.
I've heard
Maybe.
him mention his name. I heard him mention his name once when he was asked if who he thought would be his toughest fight.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But I also heard him be asked that question again, and he didn't mention his name that second time.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I wasn't really aware of that. That dynamic. Yeah. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, uh, with that being said, though, uh, I think I think this fight is just a grudge fight, but I think Richardson Hitchens is fighting.
Montana Love.
Yeah, he's fighting Montana Love. Um, Now in that fight, would you know? Do you see a complete wash, a complete beatdown? And then also on top of that, does Richardson Hitchens finally, like, you know because many people, for example, would say that Richardson Hitchens was like one of the guys that, like, like he was one of those guys that was really, really good and things like that. He just that Floyd Mayweather didn't give him the fights. Like Floyd Mayweather couldn't provide the fights for him. Do you see him being a key player at 140 though? I think you're in like the in a tough area to hear. I don't know. Maybe you're in a tunnel or something, but it can't be heard. But yeah, Richardson Hitchens. Some people will say, maybe you're talking right now, but some people will say the drug bat is, they say that he can't crack an egg. You know. Okay, okay. Now Richardson Hitchens, right? Um,
Yeah.
Many people will say that, they don't talk much about him. And one people will say that his drawback is he can't crack an egg. Now,
Yeah,
do you think though that he like competes at 140 and that possibly people start talking about him? Because another thing that has happened, him and Devin Haney had some. I remember him and Devin Haney had some back and forth.
yeah, they had an exchange. I remember that. I remember that. I also remember him saying that he felt like he was actually a little bit better than Dev.
Yeah, he said that. He did that. He said that.
Yep, I remember that. I think, I feel like this. I feel like with Hitchinson, this is the type of fights he needs to make his name. Like start fighting the people who got like a name and and respectable skill to where when you get in there with him, it could make you a better fighter. You could learn something. It's not just easy work. Like he should be aiming to fight like Montana Loves, Blair Cobbs, and people like what I'm saying, because they gonna give you some type of problems. Like they're not just walking apart. But he got to start, start fighting people with names so he can get some type of notoriety. Because right now, you only know him from YouTube and people saying they sparred with him, like the Shakurs and people like that saying they know him and things like that. He got to really start trying to make those fights. That's gonna get him a little bit more popular.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Now, um, my guy, everybody knows I ride with him. Everybody knows that I'm team Boots Ennis all the
Oh
way.
yeah, off top.
Now, he has a challenge in the guy who beats what's his name?
Rashidi Ellis.
Yeah, who beat Rashidi Ellis. Now, many people were talking about Jerron Boots in his last fight. They said he didn't look impressive. They said he went 12 rounds. They said things like that. They said all types of things about him, like, oh, this guy went 12 rounds. This guy went I mean, they had a lot to say, some select words to say about him. Now in terms of that, in terms of that aspect, do you think that since this guy that he's fighting is kind of like tailor made for him, do you think that this guy is going to be a tough test, or do you think that he gets him out of there like the other guys that he got out in the past?
I think he gonna
Oh,
beat the shit out of him.
okay.
I think he
Okay.
gonna. I think there's gonna be like. I think especially with the things happening with Crawford and them, and
Right,
Earl. I think
right, right.
it's he know it. He know it just like the boxing world's been saying it and predicting it. He knows that it's no other time other than right now. Like it's been no better time than right now for him to really go say like, nah. After Earl and Bud do their thing, 147. Oh, this my shit, and I'm gonna show you exactly why this my shit. And I think that's the type of performance we're gonna see from Boots. Like I think he gonna go out there and really like it's gonna look ugly, like how he beat Lipinets, but I think it's gonna be even 10 times worse than that.
Hmm.
Because I think the dude he fighting ain't going he gonna keep coming. Like what I'm saying, he gonna push. Like he gonna push, but
Hmm.
it's like Earl said he gonna do the tears. I'm gonna break him like a horse. I think he just gonna break him. You can fight back all you want, but eventually your ass gonna stop. You gonna stop fighting. I'm gonna beat the fight out of you.
Right, right. And now when we move on to that fight, the Earl Spence in the Terrence Crawford fight, um, do you think that, for example, because you have, for example, Oscar De La Hoya coming out, you have now you have other fighters saying that this is going to be a like that Earl Spence is too basic for a Terrence Crawford. That's what the narrative has been. Who do you uh who who do you who do you you know what do you feel about what do you feel about like that fight, and how do you see that fight going? Do you see, because the thing is, do you see that, do do you see um Earl Spence being, because what Earl Spence does is that he pretty much he gets stronger over the fight. That's the thing. He gets stronger over the duration of the fight. It gets like more and more and more and more and more, right?
It's like Earl fight. Like the more you hit him, the less strong you get, and the stronger he get. So it's
Right,
like, damn, do I even go in here and throw punches? But if I don't, the more he hit me, the stronger he get. It's like he got more ways to get strong in the fight, and you fighting him, you just gonna get. You're not. It's just pretty damn hard for me to imagine somebody fighting Earl and getting stronger as the fight goes on,
right,
versus them getting drained and beat the fuck up.
right,
Like that's why when people say, "Oh, Crawford," I think Crawford gonna win easy. I'm like, I don't know how the hell y'all just think that. If
right.
anybody is gonna win easy in this fight, it's gonna be Earl.
Yeah, and now with that being said, do you think the reason why he will win easy is because of the the size differential?
I think
Because
that's
Earl
a
is a big welterweight,
he
let's
is hella big. He hella big. I don't think that's the main, like the only thing or the main thing. I think the main thing is he just fucking different. Like he's mean. Like he don't
right,
he's like, it's almost like he said, he Tim Duncan.
right,
I'm not flashy, but when you come play me,
right,
you this shit finna get serious.
right,
and
right,
I'm
right,
there all and I'm there all the way through. Like
right,
I'm there to the end.
right, right,
And I'm coming, like I'm coming forward. I'm not backtracking. I'm aggressive the whole. It's
right,
different. Like that shit different.
yeah,
Like
right,
that nigga, he fight like a fucking bull. Like,
right, right. Nah, definitely.
and then
Nah,
you just put in the fact, play, put into the like you put into play that shit, just the lifestyle he lived. Like, you know what I mean? I'm he just really got that like country strong. Like I'm you feel me? Like I'm just a gladiator. Like I'm
right,
like they can make a damn superhero after me.
right, 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 definitely. Definitely. Now one may ask, what one may ask, do you think that do you think that, this fight is happening like a little too late, or do you think
Nah,
that,
nah,
oh,
hell
okay,
no,
okay,
hell
okay,
no.
okay, okay,
Definitely not, definitely not.
okay, okay, okay,
I feel like this, honestly, this is the best time
okay,
because Crawford really established at this weight. Anytime earlier, like
right,
that should have been bad. It would have had the potential to be bad.
right,
Like
no, definitely,
you like putting Bud in, like, you're not even saying that like putting Bud in there like he can't hold his own. I'm not saying it like that, but just taking that matchup against the Earl pre car accident,
mhm,
like come on now, against a Bud who was just in, like imagine him fighting Earl after the Jeff Horn fight. Come
right,
on now, that
right.
shit would have got dark.
Right, right, right. Nah, nah, I agree. I definitely agree. Nah, I agree with that. I agree
So
that,
yeah, I don't think this too late. I think this perfect actually. This perfect timing.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. No, that's fair enough. Um, it's just unfortunate that the undercard is trash.
That's that. Now that
You
yeah,
know,
that's
you see the undercard. You see that, you
that's
see what
that's the crazy part. I ain't even really pay attention to the damn undercard. I don't know if it's because I'm so excited about the fight. I honestly just I, I I don't think it's that damn entertaining, and that's why I feel like I haven't even really. I could not tell you who's on the undercard,
right.
and
Nah,
I'm not being funny. I can't tell you
well,
one other fight.
okay, I'm gonna tell you who's on the undercard. Um uh so the the thing is, the thing is um the thing is that Pitbull is on the undercard,
Mm,
but he's fighting someone we never heard of.
that's
I think the reason why that they hype Pitbull is because they know that he'll give them an entertaining fight. That's why.
yeah, he gonna come out there and then be action packed for sure. But
Right,
shit, if he ain't
right.
fighting
So,
nobody, the fight gonna only
'cause-
be three
yeah,
fucking minutes.
yeah, because it's a co-main event. Like this fight that they have right now is the co-main. You know.
Oh, the Pitbull, he in the
Yeah,
co-main event.
yeah. He's the co-main. He's the co-main. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
wish I knew who the fuck he was fighting.
Right.
Can't be
Yeah.
fighting nobody. She got to be fighting somebody.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's the thing.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only notable name other notable name on the card.
That's the only name I know of so far. I don't know who else. I don't know who else. Who else is fighting?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's that's
Yeah.
uh, that's that's unfortunate. I would expect that
So
card to be
so
jam packed.
so it looks like there's Jesus Ramos and Sergio Garcia on the card as well.
Okay, that's not for Sergio Garcia. I'm trying to think who is Sergio Garcia.
Sergio Garcia is a guy. He used to be super good. He used to be avoided. He actually knocked out Paul Williams. Uh, so he used to be avoided. And but now he's still fighting.
Oh wait, oh Sergio Martinez.
Uh, actually, no, not yeah, yeah. I'm confusing the two. I'm confusing the two.
Is Sergio Garcia the one Tony Harrison fought?
Nah, I think that was Sergio Martinez.
Nah, Sergio Martinez is the older one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I guess it's a okay card, but let's face it, everybody is paying for the main event.
Yeah,
Like everybody is paying for the main event. Nobody's paying for. But I would have hoped that they would have gave the fans their money worth with the undercard. You know,
yeah.
um, as a matter of fact, I mean the way I look. Oh, he got kicked. Mm, he got kicked. So Tony Harrison did fight Sergio Garcia. I'll wait and see if he come back in. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I knew they were gonna do that though. I kind of figured as much that they were going to do that. Uh, I figured as much that they were going to do that. That they were going to make that fight.
yeah. What you think of the Fulton and Norway? I can't say his name.
Inoue.
Yeah,
Now, my thing about that fight, and this is the only thing I'm concerned about in that fight, is the fact that Fulton is coming down. Like he walks around pretty big. So I would hope that the weight cut. it's not going to be too much for him, and also the other aspect of traveling, it's not going to be
Yeah,
too much for him. That's the thing that I'm worried about, you know.
yeah, yeah. That's one fight. I'm not. You know who I'm going for, of course. But that's one fight. I'm not. Shit, that one's scary.
Yeah. Now, that's what I'm saying is that that that's the thing that I'm worried about, is that the weight cut may be too much.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Inoue, I mean, I definitely think Stephen Fulton's the better boxer.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now, in terms of the power aspect, I got to give that to Inoue.
Definitely.
Now the question is, because we've seen like Nonito Donaire. I think he hurt Stephen Fulton. I think he like did something with his jaw, and that was, that led to him still mess around and finish and still get the job done.
Mm.
Okay. In the Nonito Donaire fight. Now, do you think that's going to play a factor as the resilience of the resilience of, I want to say, Inoue?
Uh, that yeah, that shit, that might make it even more worse for Cool Boy Steph. To be honest, because it's like I don't know Fulton to be a puncher like that.
Right,
You know what I mean? And it's like I know he likes to exchange at times and stand
right,
in the pocket a little too long, and he mix it up. He likes to mix it up.
right,
I don't know if he needs to do that against Inahu in that way. I don't think that's smart. He too technical. He's precise with his points. He
right.
plays shit where it needs to be. Like he folded what was it, Jason Maloney? That shit was bad. But then I'm starting to find out those brothers just got a habit of getting knocked the fuck out in devastating fashion. Like I don't know what it is. They just like getting knocked out like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, he hits too hard. Like he hits too hard to just be out there playing with. You know what I mean? Like you gotta
right,
be on your game. So if Fulton is like slacking, bullshitting at all,
right,
that shit might get dark. I'm genuinely worried for him in that fight simply because I know he likes to exchange. He likes to mix it up.
right, right. Yeah, it'll be
But
interesting.
but I'm still going for him.
Yeah, I'll be going for him too. I'll be like wanting him to win. It's just gonna be a tough test. You know,
A lot of shit you ain't gotta do.
yeah,
And
it,
then
it's
then wasn't he in Norway wasn't he just testing positive or something?
nah. I don't think the new way tested positive for anything.
No, I remember something
No, I
that
don't think he did. I don't think he did.
okay, like
Yeah, I
it
don't
was
think.
something with but it was something with that though. Like I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube or something. It was something that happened and one of his fights got pushed back or something like that.
Right. No. The thing. I don't think he tested positive for anything though.
No.
No, I don't think he's tested positive at all.
Okay.
So back to the Morel situation. Back to the Morel situation. If I didn't know any better, it seems like as if they're trying to freeze Morel out.
Yeah.
So who is he left to fight at 168? The guy that I can say that he's left to fight at 168, uh, I don't know if it would be. a big enough thing to cross promote, but he can fight he can fight the winner of the Quigley Berlanga fight. He can fight Uskatigi provided that Uskatigi is clean. He can fight him. Um and shoot, at 168, I think he can fight trying to think who else he can fight. I can't
Um,
I can't really even think really.
Shit. Try to get Janet back to come up.
Uh yeah. But then I think it wouldn't make Janabek would be thinking, okay, why would I come up when there's no belt? He may be thinking along those lines, you
Yeah.
know. Now if there was a belt, because David Morrell, he holds one of those fool's gold belts. That's the
Yeah.
thing. He holds one of the fool's gold belts. So Janabek coming up, he probably would be thinking that, it's no point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's another thing that could happen, and I'm pretty sure that's like the most logical thing to happen right now. But would you entertain the Shakur Stevenson Lomachenko fight?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Absolutely, I would.
And the reason why I say I don't see why not is because I'm thinking in my head that um possibly what will happen is that Devin Haney may mess around and just uh drop the belts.
And move up.
Yeah, so there would be no reason not to fight each other then.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what I want Dev to do anyway. I don't feel like it makes sense to stay at
one thing,
135.
right,
Go to 140
right.
and be stronger.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask you too. Do you think that because even I think I want to say Jojo Diaz alluded to this. Do you think that he will have more power at 140?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think he
Okay.
will. Because if you look at Dev, he walk around damn near. He looked like he walk around at damn near 154.
Right.
So it's like shit. Go to 140. I'm
Right.
I'm almost sure like because from what I hear, he be stopping people in camp at times.
Right.
And in sparring, like not even in camp necessarily, but just in sparring when he, you know what I
Right.
mean.
Right.
So shit,
Yes.
go to one, and I'm pretty sure when you just sparring, you not at fight weight, like you know what I'm saying. You just stand. So shit, if you feel good at 140, go to 140.
Yeah,
Because I
that
wouldn't
no,
want
I
to
feel
fight. I
you.
wouldn't want to fight him like this. This is what I don't be respecting about. This is what I don't be respecting about fighters when they see when they see a fighter look vulnerable or not even look vulnerable, like just have some moments where he might have been getting caught with some shots like
Right.
Dev did in that fight.
Right.
It's like they clearly see that that's not a way he should be fighting at.
Right.
And but now y'all want to call him out and do all of this because y'all seen somebody have some success, you know,
Right.
in moments in a fight. But it's like me personally, y'all say y'all this type of competitor, y'all want to fight the best. Why not fight him at his best weight?
Right. No, that's I get it. No, I understand. I completely understand, and I kind of feel the same way that if he moved up in weight, he would probably have more of a he would have more of a what you would call it, more of a more of a better more of a better outcome, basically.
Yeah, I think he'll
Yeah,
really start getting people out of there.
yeah, that's what I believe too. Um, what else is happening in the world of boxing right now? Um, One thing I want to say, and this is one thing I noticed, it's not talked about though. This is the thing; it's not really talked about that much. But it seems like everybody but Turbiev fights that they don't come back.
Yeah,
I mean, Vostik, he didn't come back. Marcus Brown, he hasn't came back. Uh,
yeah.
freaking
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith hasn't came back. Um, Anthony Yard,
He said he'd want to come back.
yeah, he says that, but it's like, okay, well, you haven't been back.
Oh, that's who Bivol could fight.
Anthony Yard,
Yep,
ah man, Bivol will watch that dude.
I know. He can still fight him.
Yeah, that would be a good tune-up for him. Yeah,
That'd
the
be
only
good.
thing that Anthony Yard had in that Beterbiev fight was athleticism. That was the only
Yeah.
thing he had. Even when he busted Beterbiev open, I went to the slow motion and it came from a headbutt. Yeah, it didn't come from a punch. It came from a headbutt.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, I did it in slow motion. It came from a headbutt. Yeah, so that's what happened. So yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's.
can fight him. He can fight him.
I think he'll wash him, like you said though.
Yeah, Bivol will wash Anthony Yard. That'll be an easy fight. It'll be easy.
Yeah, I think you already want to fight the guy you named earlier, Joshua
Yeah,
Buatsi.
yeah, Joshua Buatsi. And what they would do is they would sell that as an all UK affair type thing. That's
Mm-hmm.
how they would sell it. Like, oh, UK versus UK. That's how they would sell that fight.
UK
Now,
versus UK. Yep, like they love to do.
yeah, so now you have another situation that they're talking about. This situation was talked about. Uh, you have another situation in which now you have Ryan Garcia trying to leave Golden Boy by all means necessary. Um, what do you think of that? Because I think what it is that I think he feels that in the Javante Tank Davis fight they kind of just set him up. I think that's what he feels.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, they just kind of they just kind of they just kind of like basically yeah, like sacrificed him in a way. So that's why he's kind of like looking to leave. And if he does get to leave, where do you think he will go?
Al Heyman.
Yeah,
Al Heyman. Or if he don't go to Al Heyman, I can see him going to Eddie Hearn.
yeah,
Or good old Top Rank.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I would suggest though, me personally, I would suggest for him, I go to I don't know though. I feel like he go. Nah, he'd go to PBC because I say PBC because you
yeah,
already with Derrick James. Derrick James got the relationship with Allen Haney because
right,
Earl. You know what I mean? So yeah, I go there. I go there.
right,
I go there.
right.
And I'm not sure how. I mean, I'm sure it don't matter. But wait, hold on. Let me see. Nope, Frank Martin, he a PBC fighter too.
That would be a good fight, but I think Frank Martin,
He fought
uh,
Ryan Garcia.
he would beat Ryan Garcia pretty badly.
Shit, he might. I think him and Shakur would be a good fight.
Yeah, that would be a good fight. Now there is one guy who I kind of see coming in. Like, there's actually two guys. Now let me see what weight that I know where what one. one weight one guy fights at.
I think I know who you talking about too.
Okay, there's actually two guys that I'm looking at. Hold on, let me check real quick. Let me see what weight he fights at though. First, I want to see what weight he fights at. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just seeing what weight he's fighting at.
I think I know exactly who you talking about.
Okay, so he's gonna fight at 140. He's gonna fight at 140. He's not fighting at super lightweight. But the one guy that I see being a problem um, is going to be at that super lightweight. Um, at that super lightweight, I'm going to say that I'm going to say Andy Cruz,
Yep.
that Cuban who's training with Jerron Ennis,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say at that lightweight Abdullah Mason.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Abdullah Mason. I like Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, and I think Andy Cruz, he may be. I think Andy Cruz, he may fight at lightweight.
Yep. Nah. He won 135. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Andy Cruz. So there's two lightweights. I would say that Andy Cruz and Abdullah Mason are those the lightweights that probably pretty soon nobody is not gonna want to smoke with.
So are they? So is 135 lightweight, and then
Yeah,
140 is
140 is
super
super
lightweight.
lightweight. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 140 is super lightweight.
So both of them are fighting at 135.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
Abdullah Mason.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think Abdullah Mason, he would he would like I don't want to go too far, but I honestly think that like if given the opportunity, that even maybe like him fighting he fighting a freaking Keyshawn Davis may not even be a problem for him at this point.
And who is that?
Abdullah Mason,
Abdullah.
yeah, Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, I think
He's,
that would be a good fight too.
yeah. Speaking
Yep.
of which, the double standards, the double standards are the double standards are kind of crazy because we already know that we know that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they're friends. And it seems like Shakur Stevenson, he wants to fight Devin Haney so much. But
Mm-hmm.
on the same token, you have Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson saying they won't fight each other because they're friends.
Yeah, that to me, that's some punk shit. I
Right,
don't like that. Like you said, you and Deb at one point, used to sleep over each other's house kind of shit when y'all as youngins. So
right,
why you know what I'm saying? Why you considering you shit? And you just met Keyshawn Davis type shit. Like y'all ain't been on each other.
right,
You just met him. I
right,
honestly think Shakur don't want to say he'll fight him because I think he know deep down like I ain't gonna lie. That might I don't know like that might be some shit I might not want to. I might not be ready for it
right,
because they sport and he said it. He said he was like I get quality sparring from Keyshawn.
right,
So I don't know. I don't like that neither. Like, so he's
right,
friends in boxing.
right.
You ain't if it ain't your brother. I don't really want to hear that. I don't really ain't fighting shit.
right. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, for sure.
That's no, I don't like that.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it. Well, I mean, at least we're getting some of the fights that we want.
Yeah, there's still some more we could that could be happening, but like you said, at least we getting somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting some of the good fights that we want. You know, we're getting some of the good ones, basically.
Hmm.
Yep. Um. Now, I'm trying to think of anything else. In terms of like fighting wise. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah, I don't think it's no other. Um, yeah, I don't think it's no other fights that we didn't cover.
Yeah. Um.
Oh,
Yeah.
they just announced the Bam Rodriguez versus Sonny Edwards.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, but I
So
ain't gonna lie, I've watched Bam like 2 times maybe,
yeah,
and I seen.
people are big on him actually.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I seen why he nice.
yeah.
I seen Sonny though. Sonny kind of good too. He's slick. He got a
Oh,
nice
okay.
little nice defense.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
just from across the pond, so
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
little
Yeah. Yeah. They'll be negotiating.
yeah. No, I
They'll-
think they actually got it in lined up.
oh, okay. They got it lined up.
Yep, they got I think they went and just go ahead and sign the contract. I think they already had it like wrote up, and
Right.
then once he handled business in his last fight, he called him out, told him to sign the contract.
Right.
Shit, Bam tweeted something, and then shit. Next thing you know, they announced it.
They announced the contract. Right.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah. I think J Rock's going to be in for a torrid time, though. I really do.
yeah, that shit might get dark. I'm hoping it don't. But
Yeah, like I think you know I think that he I think he is going to be in for like a torrid time. You know,
yeah, that word just sounds so crazy.
yeah, he's going to
It
be in
just
for like a problem.
yeah, that shit's gonna be torrid for me, buddy. This is gonna feel real nightmarish. It's gonna feel
Yeah,
like a dream you just can't wake up from
right.
until I really
Um,
put you to sleep. Ain't that crazy? It's gonna
yeah,
be a dream you can't wake up from until I put you to sleep.
right. Um, yeah, man. Now who else is I'm thinking about another well another fight we're getting and it's not being talked about it's not really being talked about because pretty much I guess what they feel is that okay well these guys are and I guess they feel that these guys were like their best days are behind them. That's what they feel. But you have I think they're fighting in August. Erislandy Lara and Danny Garcia are fighting.
Oh, yeah, I think I did hear about that one.
How do you think that goes?
Laura's gonna beat Danny Garcia ass. I don't know
Yeah,
why Danny Garcia like I don't know. I don't think that was a good fight to agree to.
yeah,
Are they fighting at 154?
I think so. I think they're no, they're fighting at 160
Yeah,
because
that was dumb.
the thing is Erislandy Lara holds the belt at 160.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck he decided
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fight him at that weight.
Um, eh, um, Erislandy Lara, um, Erislandy Lara, he has the belt at 160.
That's right.
Yeah, he has the belt at 160. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, that what Arislandi Laura has does not leave. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the things that Arislandi Laura has, uh, it doesn't really leave.
yeah,
So yeah, man. Um, it to me it'll be just like a boxing clinic, pretty much.
yeah. I see the same. I see it being the same way.
Yeah, it'll just be like a boxing clinic, and he'll just pretty much just beat him up. Because even for example, when Suleiman, the Irish guy fought Arislandi Laura,
Hmm.
yeah, he was talking. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out and stuff like that. This, that, and the other. He's just gonna get knocked out and everything like that. And then it turns out that the opposite happened. He got stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody's ever stopped Danny Garcia, but uh, there may be a possibility that it will happen in this fight.
yeah. I think we can see that. I don't
Yep.
know why the hell he would go fight him at 160 when he's never fought at 160.
Yeah, he's fighting him at 160 because I guess he feels that he wants a belt. That's what he feels. He feels that he wants a belt.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, shit. Yeah, and at this time, though, he is getting toward that point in his career where it's like, well, shit, if I'm gonna be fighting, let me make some sense. Like, you know what I mean? Let me Lord got a name. We both got names. We could, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
This could be a fight people watch. Shit, we put on a good performance. Shit, I might be somebody looking at once at 160.
right.
Then he got what? 3 losses?
Danny Garcia, he lost to Errol
Spence,
Spence
Thurman, and Porter.
and Porter. Yeah,
So 3 years.
yeah. The Spence. I think honestly, I would say that the Earl Spence loss kind of changed Danny Garcia's trajectory.
Oh yeah, Earl Spence does that to everybody. Earl Spence fights you, you're not gonna be the same.
Right, right, right. And the crazy thing about that fight, though, the crazy thing about that fight is that, like, I want to say that Danny Garcia was kind of like lightweight calling for that fight.
Yeah, the Earl one, right?
He was calling for that fight, and it's like you're calling for that fight, but you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, that ain't that. That motherfucker come crashing down. You gonna be there holding. You gonna be looking real fucking stupid. And that's what happened. Earl sat him down for a minute.
He did, and I
Who was
think
his
that,
next fight after that?
or after he fought, Danny Garcia, he fought he fought he
No, no,
fought
Danny's.
yeah, yeah, no. After that fight, Danny Garcia, he fought what's his name? He fought Jose Benavidez.
Damn, that was just what last year, damn near
Yeah, he fought Jose Benavidez in that
at
fight.
154.
Yeah, at 154. He fought him at 154. Yep. Yep. That's when he fought him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yep. But I mean, to be honest, the only thing that I rated, um the only thing I rated um Danny Garcia on was his timing. That's the only thing I rated him on.
His timing.
Yeah,
He got nice timing.
yeah,
He actually got pretty good timing.
yeah,
It's not a bad. It's
yeah,
not a bad take.
yeah. Other than that, though, I uh other than that, it's just I really didn't think that much of what you want to call it of Danny Garcia like that. I always thought he was that one guy looking in when it came to the weight class.
Yeah,
You know?
outside looking in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right. He could never beat the guys that was, you know, he
the
could
guys
never beat
look.
the. Yeah, exactly. He could never beat the guys at the weight.
Yeah, at like at 140, okay, I give it to him. But when it came to 147, it was always like just that guy looking in.
Yeah,
Yep, yep. Um, who else is trying to think who else is in the mix right now?
um,
Um, I really can't think of who else is in the mix
yeah. I
as of
think
right now.
yeah, they've been spoiling us pretty much. Shit, we don't got we covered everything that there is. I'm not gonna talk about no goddamn Jake Paul or nothing.
Yeah, Jake Paul. I think they're talking about. Uh, I think they're talking about. I think they're talking about Nate Diaz or something with him.
Yeah, they got to fight. They fight from the fight.
When are they gonna fight?
Uh, around the time early Bud fight.
You said when?
Around the time early Bud fight. Like
Oh,
I think in
okay.
July sometime.
Oh, okay.
June or July. I mean, yeah, definitely July, not June. It's definitely July.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. That's the thing.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't know.
All
Ain't
right.
announced nothing yet. It's been talks. So probably have some more fight announcements soon.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, with those fights, in terms of those fights, those are the ones that people. Those are the ones that people graduate or gravitate towards for some reason, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Um, trying to think. Whew, you have let me see. I can't really think of anybody else.
Yeah, no, they gotta start. I think like I said, I think a couple of weeks we'll start hearing more fights be announced, and if not announced, like talks get more serious.
Right,
Like I
right,
think should I think we should be hearing something about the Shakurs and the Devons and
right,
Johnson. I think we'll start hearing some noise in a minute.
right, 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 right. Yeah, we'll have to see what else is being planned. Um, there was something else. Do you think Tyson Fury and Usyk are gonna fight, or is that just a bygone thing?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, me neither. I it's hard for me to choose a winner, in that fight, but maybe one will argue that Tyson Fury has the edge due to size, the size differential. But it's kind of hard to choose a winner in that fight. Um, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah,
To be honest, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, but Tyson Fury, the thing is about him, I think he's kind of like, I think even him, he lost the motivation to kind of like challenge people. I think after those Wilder fights, after the Dillian White fights, he's kind of lost the motivation too. You know, I don't really think he wants to fight.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think honestly, uh, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if Tyson Fury wants to fight, man. To be honest with you,
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't.
but what I think he should do is vacate his belts or vacate the belt because if you're not going to fight, you might as well just give up the belt
Yeah,
and stop holding it. But honestly, right now though, like truthfully speaking, truthfully speaking, like the heavyweight division is kind of dead right now. The
yeah, it
the,
is.
the,
That
the,
shit
the
dying down.
the heavyweight division is not really like cracking, so to say. Like it's kind of like at a stalemate right now. So it's kind of like I don't know, man. I really don't know. So yeah, man. Like I think it's at a stalemate, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because
I don't see too much noise being made.
the
It's too
the
much.
only
People too comfortable.
yeah, and also because the thing is, the guys who it seems like the guys are on the shelf for some reason. For example, you have and I'm pretty sure he switched his trainers after Ryan Garcia got his ass kicked by Tank. But you have Frank Sanchez, and I think he was using the same trainer as Ryan Garcia. I'm pretty sure he left. You have Fa Jagba.
Yep. No.
Hold on, something happened with the computer or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if you can hear me though.
Yeah, I can. I hear you.
My computer started tripping.
I got you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on. Let me know if you can hear.
Yep, I can. I hear you.
Hello?
Yep.
Can you hear or not?
Yeah, I can. You can hear me?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yo, yo. You hear me? I can hear you.
I don't know if this is working, but I think, you know, maybe we'll come back. Maybe I'll come back tonight after the fights to give some instant reactions. But for now, I'm going to end this. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back with another one very soon.